Hardaway 17 back with another EP. Y'all give your boy, y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Give your boy a second right now. YouTube acting like buttholes with your boy real quick. Let me get this monetization on. There we go. Hopefully they don't throw nothing off. But we gonna go and get into this thing. We get today. Don't know if y'all know, but I'm here to tell you now. We got boxing on day today. The main card is going to start about 2:45. We got a few fights, right? But a couple fights that I'm interested in particular. I'm not going to try to hold y'all a little too long. This as swift as possible. We gonna stay on task, right? So I'm gonna go and get right in it. What's good, beautiful? Shout out my girl Royalty. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in, whether you're here for a good time or whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Friday night. We got Friday night boxing. We got Friday morning boxing, right? Again, these fights gonna start about 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Central if you're over in the UK. That's about 7 at night on a different time. We on bit of different times. What's good, Jazz? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jazz. Glad you can make it little send the cleans up in this thing bright and early. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Again, I ain't go hold y'all in this thing too long. We go and get into it because I got a couple of these. I got a couple of these that I want to do. So we go and start with this one earlier. We got Ellis Zorro versus Jose Burton, right? And we also got Willie Hutchinson versus Esquizili uh Maderna, right? Maderna. So we got Maderna versus Hutchinson. I'm gonna just use their last names, right? We got Maderna versus Hutchinson, and then we got Ellie Zero versus Jose Burton, right? I'm gonna start with Ellie Zero versus Jose Burton. Ellie Zero is an undefeated prospect coming out of the UK. This is in the cruiserweight division, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's either cruiserweight or light heavyweight. I think it's a cruiserweight, so I'm gonna run with the cruiserweight. Yep, it's cruiserweight division. I'm about to get their box recs up, right? So we can know for sure. But Ellis Zero is an undefeated cruiserweight. I think he's about 15-0. Right? A boxer puncher kind of guy. Here we go. 15-0. Ellis Zorro, 6 KOs, 30 years old, right? Fighting out of the UK. He's taking on Jose Burton, 28 wins, 3 losses, 12 KOs, and has been stopped twice himself. Also fighting out of the UK. This fight is going to be at the cruiserweight division. Right? I ain't gonna hold up too much of y'all time. I'm gonna make this quick. I ain't gonna give y'all long, drawn out, answers and explanations. I'm gonna tell you who I got. I'm gonna tell you why I got them, and y'all take this thing to the bank. It's some money to be won today with these boxing matches as well as the MMA this morning. So in the first fight, we got Ellis Zorro versus Jose Burton. In this fight, Ellis Zorro, he's the favorite, undefeated fighter, 15-0, 6 KOs. Jose Burton is 28-3. He's the underdog. Uh, Ellis Zorro is minus 220, and Jose Burton is plus 170. Y'all know for boxing and boxing world, that is an extremely close fight, especially considering, all of the mixed mismatches that be in boxing. So when you get odds like that, understand that is an extremely close fight, right? Both these fighters are pretty good. Zero, both these guys. Neither of these guys are overly power punchers, right? But these guys do hit hard. They just don't. They just don't constantly seek the knockout. But if you're there to be knocked out, both these guys are able and willing to knock you out. In this fight, I'm expecting. I don't want to say a firefight, right? But I'm expecting a boxing match, a high level boxing match. I'm expecting a lot of counter punching to be going on, a lot of punching in between, one another's punches. Again, you listen to the records, right? 30 fights with 12 KOs, 15 fights with 6 KOs. They don't sound like knockout punchers. right? But you got El Zorro, who's coming off a knockout win in his last win, right? And then you got Jose Burton, who's been out of boxing for some time right now. So he's going to be a little rusty, you know what I mean, coming into here. He's going to be a little rusty, you know what I mean, coming into here. So just like Vegas and just like the odds, I'm going to lean Ellis Zorro in this one. We go take Ellis Zorro for the win. I think he's a better fighter. He's been the more consistent fighter, been the more active fighter, right? I think Jose Burton is a game fighter, but he's coming off. He's coming off the couch. He's been on the couch like a year or so. I think he's coming off the couch. He's going to give Elizero, I think, a run, right? But I think Elizero eventually is going to be, just too much given, the shape that he's in, the turn that he's on. Elizero, I think, is one of those guys. Whether he's going to win a championship, right, at some point, I do think he's going to challenge for one. So in this fight, I got Elizero, and I got Elizero stopping Jose Burton and getting his seventh knockout. I got him going to 17-7 today. I got him getting this win over Jose Burton, and I got him stopping Jose Burton with the knockout. This is going to be a 10-round fight. Jose Burton had been in the ring in about a year and a half. You don't want your return right from a year and a half from the ring to be against a guy like Zorro Ellis. Something in me right kind of feels like they're setting Elizoro up, for a win. They're setting him up to plateau him, to launch him into, bigger and better things. So I think Elizoro, he's going to get that platform today. He's going to get his chance. He's going to get his chance to show up, and he's going to get his chance to show out. And I think that he's going to do, exactly that. So in this fight, in the first one, take Zorro by knockout in the first fight. So in the first fight, Ellis Zorro by KO. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to put the odds up there for so you can see it. It's money to be won. This morning, people, whether you bet with me, whether bet on right, is money to be won. So this is today, right? Want to take Ellis Zorro, right? KO, and the odds on it are plus 270, right? So if you betting on FanDuel, right? I'm betting on FanDuel, and the odds are plus 270 for that. We go take Zero Ellis at KO at plus 270, right? So that's the best bet for that fight. So that's the best bet, for that fight. These fights are going to be today. What's good, Teach? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Teach. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. So in Zorro versus Burton, we got Zorro by knockout, and Zorro by knockout is at plus 270. You know what I mean? You're a betting man. I think you want to hop all over that one right now, right? Not now, but right now, right? If you're a betting man. But I digress. I digress. We gonna get on here to the second fight because I ain't gonna hold y'all in this thing too long. What's good, Teach? If y'all could, when y'all slide on in, whether y'all here for a good time or a long time, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. Let YouTube know where you at. I'm gonna try not to keep y'all in this thing too long, but I do want to get these plays out, these bets out, because there's some big money tonight. Some big money today, not even tonight, today, like during the day, 10 a.m. and at 2 p.m. It's big money, you know what I mean? To be won. I got some jumps that I want to put the fam on. So that's what we up here doing this morning. In the first fight, I got it down there in the chat. Let me put it up here so y'all can see Elizoro by KO at plus 270, right? So I got Elizoro to win that first fight. We gonna get on to the second one, right? Because I ain't gonna try to keep y'all in this thing too long. We 11 minutes in. I want to get this between 15 or 20, right? So people be more willing to watch. So we gonna move on to the second fight. We got Willie Hutchinson facing on against Esquires. Easy. Esquel. I think his name is Esquel. Maderna. 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 Maderna fought. He fought Arthur Baturviev, right? And he just knocked out one of the one of the UK up and coming prospects in his last fight, right? So this is going to be a pretty good fight. Willie Hutchinson is I ain't gonna say he's a former UK prospect, right? He's still a UK prospect, right? He does have one defeat right now. Willie Hutchinson is the guy that they had big hopes for over there in the UK. He's a pretty good boxer. Hutchinson, right? Willie Hutchinson, he's a pretty good boxer, has pretty solid power, right? They were expecting him to do big things over there. They put him in a fight. They put him in a fight with I was about to say Frazier Clark, but that's not his name. They put him in a fight with his name, Frazier Clark's uh cousin or brother. I forgot his name right now, but they put him in a fight with a Frazier Clark's brother or cousin, and he ended up taking his first loss not too long ago, maybe last year. I think this was last year, but he has bounced back. He's gotten 2 wins since his last loss, right? We got Willie Hutchinson. Willie Hutchinson is 24 years old. He stands 6'1". He's in the light heavyweight division. He's taking on Esquel Maderna. Esquel Maderna is 29-10 with 19 KOs, been stopped 4 times himself. But don't necessarily let the 10 losses fool you. He's a guy who very, very early in his career, he took on some stiff competition. You know what I mean? In just his 10th fight, he took on Arthur Baturviev, right? So a little of those losses could be, a little miscued, could be a little green, a little early in his career, right? Does Maderna versus really Hutchinson. Maderna is 36 years old. He's 6'2", again, 29-10. He's beat Carl Otomuta in his last fight. Carl Otomuta was, an up and coming prospect over there in the UK. Was a Maderna, right, was expected to lose his last fight, but he ended up getting the stoppage in the 5th round over a very young prospect. He also has a majority decision loss to Pal Stephen. Pal Stephen is the guy that Joshua Buatsi just fought last week, right? For opponent of recognition, right? Also, Jose Ustadegi, he got a fight with Jose Ustadegi in 2018, in which he lost a unanimous decision. And I also told you about the Arthur Baturviev fight. So, right, he got Arthur Baturviev, he got Jose Ustadegi, he got Powell Stephen and Carl Otomuta on his resume. He's facing off against the favorite. The favorite is Willie Hutchinson. Willie Hutchinson is 15-1. So you got 29-10 facing off against 15-1. Willie Hutchinson, 15-1, 24 years old, 6'1", right? Virtually the same height. Willie Hutchinson faced off against Lennox Clark, who is 19-1. He lost to Lennox Clark by stoppage last year. I remember watching that fight. This is the only loss on Willie Hutchinson's career is against Lennox Clark. Willie Hutchinson is the guy. He's 15-11, right? 15 fights, 11 KOs. Most of the guys that he's fought and knocked out have not been on his level, right? He had to step up in competition against Clark, in which he, failed, right? He ended up getting stopped himself. He's facing another veteran of the sport today in Maderna. Now, I feel like if Maderna was maybe, a little younger, right? Maderna is one of those guys, he got better as he got older, right? He got better as he got older. So his skill, it took his mental a while to catch up with his physical, right? But I think if Maderna had been able to have his brain at 36 with his body at 26, right? I think Maderna could have been a problem, right? In this fight, I'm expecting it to be a good fight. The favorite is Willie Hutchinson, right? Now, gun in my head, right? I would take probably Willie Hutchinson, but something is telling me that Willie Hutchinson is probably going to struggle with this guy a little bit. It's telling me something in my head is telling me that either fighter can win this fight, right? So what we gonna do for this fight on our best bet, we gonna take this fight right here, Willie Hutchinson versus Maderna, to go the distance, right? I think the safest bet for this is to take this fight to go the distance. If you're asking me, right, Willie Hutchinson being, a much younger guy, I'm thinking maybe he's able to get him on the points, Maderna on the points. These guys normally, right, will get stoppages. I think today neither of these guys are going to get stoppages. I think both guys are going to be game. I think this is going to be a technical battle. It's going to be a lot of jockeying for position. I don't think either of these guys, light heavyweight teach. Light heavyweight, the first one is the cruiserweight, Ellis Zorro versus Burton. Zorro versus Burton is cruiserweight. This fight is light heavyweight at 175. Right? I think in this fight, these guys' strengths, right? These guys' strengths are going to balance themselves out. And I think we're going to get two guys who normally, want to go for knockouts. They're going to have to figure out another way to win this fight. And I think it's going to turn into a boxing match. And with that being said, I think Willie Hutchinson may be able to pull it out, a points decision, right? So if you're going to go in this fight, I'm going to say go take this fight to go the distance, right? Or take Willie Hutchinson to win, right? Willie Hutchinson to win is minus 700. I believe, Maderna in his last fight, he looked dang good. He just beat, an up-and-coming prospect. Do I think he's going to beat Willie Hutchinson? I'm not sure. I very well think he could. I think if he do beat Willie Hutchinson, though, this fight is going to go the distance, right? And it's going to go to the cards. Now, that's going against popular belief, but, Skinny go off his own merit and his own feeling and what he know over here, right? I win all the time on, these fights going the distance and whatnot, especially these fighters from the UK. I think it'll be a safe bet today to say in this 10th round of that, this fight goes the distance. If you want to pick a winner in this fight, maybe you go Willie Hutchinson, right? But I also do think Willie Hutchinson can be upset in this fight, which is why I'm taking it to go the distance, because Maderna is a veteran. He's a veteran, skilled boxer. Willie Hutchinson is a guy, he knocks out the lower class tier opponents, but he has yet to knock out, guys on his level or better than him. So if Willie Hutchinson is going to win, I think it's going to be on points. I think the safe bet in this fight is to take this fight to go the distance. If you want to pick a winner, take Willie Hutchinson points decision, right? Willie Hutchinson points decision in this fight is plus 320. This fight to go the distance, what we go take is plus 240. Take MMA. What's good, beautiful? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, take. Glad you can make it. If y'all could, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, whether you just pass it through, making it do what it do. I know it's a lot of people live right now. I know you got people going in and out of work. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to be right here. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. We getting these best across right now. In the first fight, we got Ellis Zorro by KO at plus 270 versus Jose Burton. And in the second fight, right, Hutchinson and Maderna, we taking Hutchinson and Maderna to go the distance at plus 240, right? If the winner of this fight, I think the winner, maybe Willie Hutchinson, right, on a decision. Maybe he's able to outpoint the older fighter right now. But I do think this older fighter is game. This older fighter is coming to fight. Willie Hutchinson going to have to be on his game. We saw Clark, you know what I mean, come out, put that pressure on Willie Hutchinson, and he was able to get him out of there. If this guy was a little younger, maybe I think, he does the same thing, right? But because he's a little older, I think Hutchinson is going to have the youth, the stamina advantage, right? The physical advantage over him. So he's going to be able to withhold the storm, right? And hold them off at least. I think the safe bet in there is for that fight to go the distance, though. So we got Ellis Zorro by KO at plus 270, and we got Hutchinson versus Maderna today to go the distance at plus 240. Right? It's big money. Yoda, Wise, what's good, Yoda? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make it, King. It's big money to be won, this morning and today with the Bellator. I'm gonna start up that Bellator one in just a second, right? We go run down the bets in the fight on that. Y'all, it's a whole lot of bread to be won today, Friday, this morning. True Allah was good. So that's our second bet, you know what I mean, for the day, right? Zorro versus Burton. Take Zorro Ellis for the KO. I got Zorro winning. And Hutchinson versus Maderna, right? I think more than likely Hutchinson can win on the points. There is a chance for Maderna to upset him, right? But I say we take this fight to go the distance to be the most safe. So I say you take that second fight to go the distance, right? So we got what's good, Roy. Appreciate you holding the chat down. So I say we take that second fight, just to go to distance. Now again, plus 240, plus 270. These are good odds. Them odds had that fight not going the distance. I'm telling y'all, I win all the time on taking fights that people don't think to go the distance. That's going the distance, right? So we go add these two bets together. We go add just these two together, right? For right now, just so I can show y'all, what we hitting on, right? We go take Maderna and Hutchinson to go the distance, and we go take Zealous, and we go take Ellis Zorro, and we go take Ellis Zorro. You know what I mean? By knockout, we go put them together, right? Just those two, just those two, right? 10 will win you $100 on just those two, right? 10 will win you $100. Two leg Zorro KO and Hutchinson. Two-leg Zorro KO and Hutchinson Maderna them fight to go the distance, because I think that one's gonna be a little more competitive than the eye. You know what I mean? So that was just the two fights. Those are the two boxing matches for the day, right? Those gonna happen at 2 p.m. So if you want to get in, hit your boy. I'm gonna try to keep this thing, under 25, 30, depending, so people will be more willing to watch. I'm also gonna put the timestamps in this video underneath, so people can come straight in. They can get to it, right? So you don't gotta waste your time, right? But take I'm about to put it in the chat. $10 win 100 two-leg Zorro Ellis Zorro KO and Hutchinson and Maderna to go the distance. Don't let me be the only one, you know what I mean, cashing out today. Y'all get in this thing as well. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through. I got 13 people in the building today. I just broke both the fights down. I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown. For the people that's just getting in to catch y'all up, so y'all don't be lost. It's two fights today. Friday was two fights that I'm betting on, that I'm taking today. Right, they gonna happen at 2 p.m. We got Ellis versus Burton, and we got Hutchinson versus Maderna. We got Ellis Zorro, who's been on the tear, right? He's been looking damn good in his fights as of late. Zorro Ellis, he's fighting Jose Burton. Jose Burton is a pretty good fighter himself, but he's been out for like a year or so. So I'm expecting that fight to be a banger. Both those guys, won't contact. Both of those guys are, not extremely active punchers, right? But both those guys, are strong counter punchers, right? Who do want to get their guy out of there. They don't push the limits. Right? But they, they will, they do have the power to get their guy out of there. My guy Hip Hop number one said he thinks Zorro will win on points. I got Zorro winning on knockout, because Jose Burton has been he's been out the ring for a while. Right? And I'm expecting ring rust to play a factor in it. So I'm expecting Zorro to get him out of there. It's gonna be a 10-rounder. He's been out for a minute. He coming back. He fighting Zealous Zorro in the 10-rounder. I think he gets the stoppage, man. I don't think that fight goes 10, given the counter fighter, right? I think that I don't think that fight goes 10. I think it's gonna be. I'm expecting that fight to end within, about 7 rounds. I'm not even expecting it to get to the championship round. I'm expecting to end about 7 rounds, 10 rounds. You know what I mean? So the first leg, we got Zorro Ellis KO, Hutchinson Maderna fight to go the distance. Y'all know it's always gonna be somebody that's gonna come here and take the exact opposite. Y'all know that. Y'all know how these people be on. Y'all know how these people be on YouTube, right? Y'all know how these people be on YouTube. But I do this every single day, right? Win, lose, or draw. Your boy Sudden T go be here. Type deal. Now, I'm telling y'all what I'm gonna take, right? I'm telling y'all, what I think. Feel free, to do as you please. You know what I mean? But 2 fights today. Two fights today, not two fights today that that we going in on 2:45 p.m. should be pretty. I feel like it's gonna be a cakewalk today, right? And we still got tomorrow. We got the fights tomorrow, right? We got the NBA games tonight, but I feel like these two right here gonna be a cakewalk. Feel like it's gonna be pretty easy. Feel like it's gonna be a pretty easy feel like it's gonna be a pretty easy win today, right? I got you, D man. I got you, D man. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty easy win today, right? On the 2 leg, and we still got MMA coming up, which I'm about to go live. I'm about to respect, but I remember Aziz getting him out of there, but he's a bigger puncher. Yep, facts. Yep, Aziz is a big. Yep, and you got to think he been out for a minute. Hip hop number one. He been out. Burton is a damn good fighter, right? But he been out for a while. So I'm thinking with him being a little rusty, and with Zorro being a solid puncher, I think Zorro go counter. I think he go kind of put it on him. I think he go turn that pressure up on him. I think the ring rust go catch up to him, and I think Zorro go eventually, get him out of there. I think Zorro go eventually get him out of there. Zorro one of those guys. If he got you hurt, he can put you out of there. He don't force knockouts, right? But really, why I'm so confident in the knockout, right? It is the ring rust. Is the ring rust that I'm expecting, Jose Burton to have. You know what I mean? I'm expecting him to, the ring rust I'm expecting him to have. Yeah. We go put that's on that one. We go put them in there. We go put them down. We go put them down for a stoppage. And on the second one, we go take that thing to go the distance. We go take that thing to go the distance. Y'all make sure y'all tune in because we go be here. We go be here for y'all know we ain't going nowhere. We go be here for y'all know we ain't going nowhere. But let me put that thing up there so y'all can see. 10 wins $100, right? 2 leg Zorro Ellis KO and Hutchinson versus Maderna to go the distance. I think we got pretty. I think we pretty good. I think we got pretty good chance, right? You know what I mean on that one. So y'all, what I'm about to do now is we still going right. We got a MMA this morning. MMA starts at 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. We got to get our bets. We got to get our parlays in for that, right? We got to get our thing going. I got to explain, I'm going to walk down that list and explain those fights to y'all this morning, right? That we going to be doing this morning, right? So we going to start our marathon early this morning. We got Bellator at 10:45. So we going to come in this thing. We got Bellator at 10:45, right? So I'm about to set up the Bellator stream. We gonna come here. We gonna walk it down. We gonna talk about the best bets for that thing as well. Greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through. We don't go nowhere. We about to turn it back up. I know there's other people about to go live, but we ain't done over here. We about to turn this thing back up because we got money to win, man. Greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look.